make our life better. Yeah. They say, what about human agents of technology? Is it possible that human beings influence technology and not the other way around? Okay, so the organization in which they operate and how this influence the course of tech. That means to say, does technology influence people and organization, or people and organization influence technology to change? Is technology the master, or is technology the slave or the servant? You understand? In simple English, I'm interpreting it for you so it's easy for you. Do we determine what technology will be more effective, or technology determine us and lead our life? Or we lead technology? Simple, it's two-way street. Now, we want to look at these four perspectives. To do that, first of all, I must tell you that you must have essential reading. To do this assignment, you must master essential reading. You must know very, very thoroughly. Number one is lecture. This thing is no good. Lecture 3 slides. Okay, lecture 3. You must master it. Okay? It's just like you must master your flying technique to be a chef. This one you must master it. Yeah, you must know what it says and everything is inside there to tackle this assignment. Only the frame. So this is a starting point. Okay? That means you cannot start. Lecture notes, lecture slides, lecturers' comments cannot be cited as reference in academic research. You cannot say according to lecture 3 slides. You cannot say according to Dr. Bob Fu. All these you must deduct because that's not academic research. Okay? Because the lecture slides only show you the key points, which are extracted from many, many sources. Yeah. So the second thing you must master is the textbook. The relevant chapter on technology. Here, I'm talking about pre-lib, the latest edition. Alright? You must find out where the latest chapter. Because from the lecture slide, you can see, hey, this term where is found in the text. Then you go and read and read and read many times until you understand. Alright? Now, the third thing that you must master is voting. Yeah? The first name is Rudy. Okay, voting. Voting has got 3 readings. Have you read it? Have you read them? If you read them, that means, you're okay. If you haven't read them, you cannot tackle this assignment. 2 in 2006 and 1 in 2012. Okay? 3 readings. The readings are very academic. Just like some of the slides. But I've made it simple for you, hopefully, by now. So that's why it's important to take notes. You go for university class, you must take notes. That's why those who miss class, they make friends with people who have taken notes. Yeah? You study law, also the same thing. You're a note taker, you must now take notes. Okay? Then you share with your friends. Same thing, when you read this, you will invest in a highlighter. And then you highlight the important points. Don't understand? Read it again and again and again. 10 times, 20 times. To encourage you, I confess to you, I also read many times. I read lots of journals every day, every month there's thing coming. I read many times before I can understand. Because it's all written in very academic language. Okay? Yeah. So don't be afraid to read many times. Okay? You don't understand? Ask your friend who has read the same sentence. What does it mean by this? Okay? Yeah. Then your friend who read it, they understand. Okay? Yeah. Don't be afraid. Then you must read Walkman. Also A-W-A-J-C-M-A-N. This is Judy. 2012. Then 2002. So these are the readings you must read. And from this reading textbook, Volti, Walkman, you can see others. These are for all those who want to get credit. Plus. Yeah. There are many other reading, Green, Braverman, Fowler, so on and so forth. Okay? Yeah. By now, I told you when I first met you, you must download and read. I told you, remember, I said some people can read on the screen, some people cannot. I cannot read on the screen when I will fall asleep. You see, I don't like carrying my computer around. I'm still very old-fashioned. I must have a hard copy. Yeah. So I print double-sided and then I read. Okay. I know the textbook is very boring, but you have to read many times. That's why people form reading clubs. Very popular in the UK. Reading clubs. They all read the same thing, then they meet together to discuss. Yeah. And then they look at it, I highlighted, but I cannot understand what it means. Then the other person, oh yeah, what it means is this, you know. Yeah. Okay, so plus, there are a lot. You can read as much as you can, but these are basically minimum. Without body, without Walkman, textbook, and lecture slides, you cannot handle this assignment. Because this question is extracted from body. And before that, it discussed a lot of things, right? So body doesn't take a position, but it gives you all the opinion of all the various people. But in the end, they venture their own idea. So from these readings, you will know there are two basic terms. One is called technological fix. Do you know what it means? It's inside lecture 3 slide. The RMIT lecturer was supposed to explain to you. She told us that she did in the meeting, and we asked any problems, say no, the student won't understood. Okay. But some of you tell me you don't understand what she's talking about. Never mind. Read it again. So I explained to you in simple English. Technological fix means those people who believe that technology can fix all problems, solve all problems. Even non-technology problem can be solved by technology. Yeah, an ugly woman can go for cosmetic surgery, become beautiful using technology. Technology create keyhole surgery, solve problems. Day surgery, right? And many problems. Traffic light, all these solve problems. Traffic jam, ERP technology can be used to solve problems. Okay? Yeah. And then there's those who believe that means we can use technology, we become the master, right? Now you see robot can do cooking, fried rice, fried kway teow, all that, right? Yeah. Your copy, you know, if you make one a day, 10 a day, you cannot make the business, cannot survive. They turn technology and produce millions and millions of copy, millions and millions of chichong fan, whatever. It can solve problems. Yeah. So we are like a master of technology. Follow what I'm trying to say? Now MRT, they want to use traffic light to warn you where the buses are. Which one is crowded, which one is not crowded. Now they use all the light to tell you which door is opening to solve a problem. I think most of the time, I go, hey, which door is opening? Because I never memorized which station opened which door. Now I look at this door, I know. Right? It solve a problem so I can move to the other door. And somebody told me this is created by a young poly boys. I don't know. Somebody said, hey, this idea was from our poly people. Yeah. That is not bad. It solves problem. The poly people use technology to solve a problem. Alright? Yeah. We are masters of technology. Yeah. We cause technology to be adapted to use from this to this. Then there's another term called technological determinism. You must find who came up with this term. This one you must go and research. Determinism. We are servants. Technology determines us. Alright? Bauer, Green, all those people, Walkman, they all discuss all this. As a result, we become like that. Some people complain like we are the servants of technology. Like everywhere you go, people, their behavior all shaped by technology. Until today, young people cannot spell properly, all spell check. Without spell check, they are finished. Their grammar all sucks because they have to go to spell check. You know, some of them they go wedding dinner, they cannot talk. Everybody on the phone. Yeah. Without a phone, you feel very out of place. You know, you are like swampoo like that. They are not like that. You know, yeah. Okay, so this is the opposite direction. Yeah. But you must know what the concept stands for. Now, does it make it better for you when you read this statement? That's what it's all about, right? Now, you have to apply it to this. So now, I'm going to go back to lecture 3. Okay? I reverse here. I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm doing this to help you out. Yeah? So that's what the local lecturer, RMIT guys are supposed to have done. So we are on the issue of technology. Same thing lah. Technological fix versus technological determinism. Here, we are the masters of technology. We adapt technology to solve problems. We use this kind of camera technology. The camera we adapt to become in the phone. Now the phone becomes a phone camera. Now nobody uses a camera to take picture. They all use iPad. Isn't it true? Even classroom. Yeah. And then this thing appears in YouTube. Master of technology. Keyhole surgery, whatever. There are many thousands of examples. But you know what I'm trying to say. Determinism. Yeah. We are servants of technology. Technology creates a monster. We become monsters. Many parents now complain. My children cannot talk, I don't know why. They all have technological skill, but they got no conversational skill. By the way, you all must improve on this area. Studies have shown. And I talked to yesterday, last Chinese New Year dinner, yesterday, last night I went to a dinner. The final one before today, Valentine's Day, 15. Yeah. One guy traveled around the world. And he shared with us, I said, this is a big problem. Because he employed people. It's the biggest problem with young people today, he said. They're not converse. Very good in technology, very pathetic when it comes to talking, communicating. Cannot, he said, precisely, cannot compete. So you all must learn the art of conversation without technology. The art of written communication. He was telling the whole night, he was telling me, because he goes around the world, he said he worried about the next generation. And he told me, hey, I only got O-level. I travel around the world. I hired graduates of first. I interviewed them, what do you want to do in your life? They cannot impress me. Alright, anyway, so this is what it means. Alright, so now we have to know the modernists. Who are the thinkers? Who are the scholars behind this? What do they say? Then on this basis you conclude, right? Because let's say this is x axis, x1, x2, x3, x4. Let's say this is y1 and y2. So this can be your main chapter header after your introduction and the OD, the perspective you select. Like, yeah, you can do this way, or this way, right? Yeah. So basic essay writing, all these are very, very basic from old days. So you choose your subheading. But you must know, let's say you choose x1 and x2, you must know what they think about this person this time. Alright? So you must know who are the ideas behind it. Some people say, well, you know, we use technology is typology. Different technology, yeah, can use for different, must use for different kind of organization, right? Yeah. So they use technology as an object, and the organization become what they are because of technology. So you know people like Woodward, yeah, people like Thomson, people like Perot, right? In other words, the modernists argue technology is imperative. It leads to a better life for everybody. Okay? It leads to progress. Okay? So they say we become what we are because of technology. And of course, the main argument is that technology leads us now. You got no choice now. You cannot find any organization today who say, hey, we have no computer. We calculate, use the swan pan, quite can count 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 20 million. Finish already, right? So replace, move on. Alright? Yeah. So today you ask people to do mathematical calculation on the spot, they cannot do it. Yeah? They must bring up the calculator. Sometimes very simple calculation they cannot. But you ask the fishmonger, wow, I'm quite 100% accuracy. I know because I went to the wholesale market in what is it? Kallang Avenue, Chinese New Year to buy all the sea cucumber. This guy, TikTok, not best, how you know it's so accurate? You ask you calculate, you have a calculator. If not calculate, I pay you back. I take out my mobile phone. Wow, 100% accuracy. I say, uncle, you are great. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so these kind of people are few in between. Most organizations, they become like animal caused by technology. Right? And so, people like Charles, talk about strategic choice and so on and so forth. So I'm going just a bit briefly. You talk about how technology. Then the symbolic interpretation, the most famous school is the Scotland. By now you should know what it means, right? You haven't heard of it, you know, right? Social construction of technology. I showed you a picture just now. Yeah? So that means it's socially determined. Technology is socially determined, society determined. Technology of the car is used to ferry people from point A to point B originally, the Ford T model. Very simple. Society make it very complicated. Until today, the car is a status symbol. You can drive a Hyundai to school, to work. Okay, but I still come to work, still arrive point A, point B, right? But some people must drive BM. Wow, say number one. They use it as the symbol. Alright? Any handbag can put all your things, but why must be Louis Vuitton? Why must be Burberry? It's a symbol. Socially constructed. Can you see technology being socially constructed? I show you, right? The pram now must be branded. The pram now is converted, socially constructed, suddenly become for pets or dogs. Examples are everywhere. But make sure that you don't write a narrative until you discuss examples. Your job is to discuss who says what, Yeah, if you can throw in one example per paragraph, that's okay, but not entire whole example. But I'm just using example to make the concept come alive. Why the scholars are thinking this way. Okay? Yeah. I mean, microwave oven originally was designed for what? Radar technology, right? Designed by the American Air Force. Then it was used by the Navy to prepare food for those guys in the submarine. And then suddenly people use it for commercial use. And those guys who convert it, evolve, change it to social use, commercial use, did not succeed because they thought it was for men, single men. Yeah. Then they discovered men don't cook, lazy to cook. Then they changed to white goods and reposition and sell to the housewife. The sales socially accepted. Today, microwave oven is everywhere. It's no longer a brown good, now it's a white good. You know what brown good and white good, right? Brown good means television, men, buy TV, entertainment. White good means the kitchen for cooking, all that kind of stuff. So you see, it's socially constructed. This is the meaning of social construction of technology. Yeah? And then the society can influence technology. Yeah, influences. And then there are a few ways they influence technology. How they control technology. You can see it all inside the readings. Socially, they accept government policy can change, gender, and so on and so forth. Right? You can see the bicycle is originally designed for men. Yeah, big wheel. Only men climb on top. Then women find a bit, hey, not feminine. Then they lower the bar, right? The wheel becomes smaller to suit the gender. It must be accepted by the gender. Then it becomes female bicycle. Now it's very common, right? From female bicycle, it became what? Sports bicycle, racing bike, mountain bike. Then now it becomes foldable bike. So the bicycle has evolved because of society, because of people. Are you following me? Yeah, social construction. Okay, this is lecture that's supposed to be done by the fellow, I think I should ask them next time we do lecture 3 like you do 22. Yeah. Social construction of technology. You should write in and tell them because they still think that, oh yeah, everybody understands. That means society plays a part in deciding which technology will succeed, which technology will not succeed. Society can control technology. Okay? Can influence technology. That's why society adapt technology. Technology originally designed for this, suddenly used in the home. Originally designed for this, suddenly used for cosmetic surgery. Camera designed for taking picture, suddenly become laser scope lah, colonoscope lah, all kind of scope nowadays. You know that in hospital, the doctors are very brilliant, yeah? Very smart, you know. They're deaf, and they sell it to the hospital. Right? Yeah. Okay, so now you know, right? And of course, yeah. Critical theories. Critical theories very easy lah. They criticize technology lah, uses like boss subordination lah, unemployment lah. Yeah.
Wrong side.
Technology. Oh, wrong side. Yeah. Thank you very much. At least you are concentrating. Yeah. Critical theories lah. So they are very, because they say technology is a delusion. We are fooled by technology. Because managers use technology to make people unemployed, to increase their profit, yeah? Cause unemployment. Okay, to control. You know lah, check in, check out, all this to control. CCTV, yeah? To control, know where you work, whether you don't work or not. Yeah, they can tell. Your boss will know whether you work or don't work. You check in, check out, you know, iPad, all this are giving you, because they can program in such a way to control you. Yeah. And of course, what else? They criticize scientific management. Yeah. Because scientific management result in de-skilling. You got to find all the authors yourself, because I cannot give you everything here. Yeah. You have to do some work to show that you have work. I can raise your level up to here, but you push yourself higher. So that not all the essays are the same. Because if all the essays are the same, you know, then they will be suspicious. They will say somebody's spoon feeding all these people. They don't like Western University. They don't like. Yeah. They don't like to see this. They want to see what they call self-directed and independent study. They are very different from Chinese thinking. If you live in, you know, you must well explore. De-skilling. Okay, de-skilling is the idea of who? Braverman, right? Yeah, Harry Braverman, right? Yeah. He condemned people, modernists, who use scientific management. Scientific management means technology, what? Employs technology, mass production, right? Because of mass production, all the craftsmen are gone. You don't find a guy who can make guitar, you know, and all that. On TV, I watch, there's only one guy left in Singapore who can make the drum. Jalan Sultan somewhere. He's the only one. He said, when I finish, no more. He made the drum and he tightened and all that. No instrument, nothing. Hearing only. He said, don't know, when I gone, it's gone. Because now people make drum in the factory. Yeah. I know only one guy in Singapore make guitar. Yeah. I think Maestro guitar. But I think he's also mass produced. Make one, but the rest for mass produced. Yeah, make one for show only. But how can one person make so many, right? In Australia, you know, it must be some kind of mass production somewhere. But the one he made, of course, charge a lot of money for show. But the craftsman is gone. Very sad. Japan also, they discover making the sword. What they call the katana. The samurai sword. Yeah. So now when they commit harakiri, it's made in China sword. Mass produced. Nah, that's not true. But the point you understand, it's all mass produced somewhere. It's no longer the craftsman. The craftsman, last time they're very proud with their name. Wilkinson. Collector's item. Now no more. Okay? Yeah. And so they criticize, and they say that basically they cause toxic. They call it toxic technology. It's toxic. Toxic means that because of you, you cause pollution all over the world. Yeah, because of cars, cause congestion, cause accidents. Correct? And pollution, every China pollution, fantastic, man. It's caused by who? Caused by all the capitalists who use technology to, mass produce and then discharge the chemical into the water, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So now you understand, toxic. They call it toxic progress. Who came out with this term? So they criticize, yeah, progress, but the progress is toxic. It's toxic. Some people say, because of this, many people are sick. Food to eat. It's true. I went to see my surgeon, especially he told me, he cannot explain. He said, maybe the food, maybe not. Why people got high blood pressure? Why people got cholesterol so high? Toxic, You progress, but there's an effect. So technology causes more problem. Yeah? Causes more problem. Today they produce a generation of workers that can use computers. Yeah. But computer breakdown, ATM breakdown, finish. Cannot draw money. Sorry, system down. Cannot, because we so rely on the computer. Cannot do anything, system down. Yeah. Have you ever kena this ATM? I kena once. This ATM won't draw money? No, nothing. Sorry, out order. Went to another one, out order. I went to 3 DBS ATM. I was so mad, I needed money so badly. We are servants. Technology has controlled us. Now you follow? Okay. So now you get the outline, you can choose your two perspectives to discuss, but you must have the authors who are the people who say this. Don't say according to Dr. Kwok Fu, he went to 3 ATM. Because it's written about somewhere. Alright, so that gives you some outline. Yeah. So they say that basically it is value laden. This is also another idea discussed in the literature. Value laden means that the people who introduce technology do it to benefit themselves. Okay? So they say at the end of the day, Bill Gates become very rich. He doesn't introduce technology for your good. It's for himself. He makes a lot of money. Steve Jobs, very rich. He tell people he made $1, but actually he's multi-billionaire. Yeah? He don't care if he destroy your society. Okay? He just make money. Because any competing technology will work out. Correct? Okay. That's why Sony lost money. Because its technology, bio is no longer competitive. It's benefiting only a few people. So the critical theories are very critical. They don't look at things at the face value. Read further, you will see that all these people is all about making money for themselves. It's not for world good. What they create. Yeah? You can see what happened in China, Foxconn. All the people are oppressed. The workers jump down, commit suicide, and so on and so forth. Explosion, you see all the, I have some video I show you if I have time. It's very frightening when you watch all these videos. Alright, then the postmodernists. Here you must understand two terms, right? Who are the people who say technologies of control? Yeah? This one is very easy to explain. They accuse the modernists of using technologies to control people. CCTV, surveillance, yeah? No smoking and all that. They can catch you very easily. It's to use to punish people, not to use to get people to work harder. Okay? Control, right? Yeah. And of course, some people criticize. You know, like Walmart, they have a lot of funny rules, no? They have the 10-foot rules. You know what the 10-foot rule? 10-foot rule means that the camera will catch you. If your customer is 10 foot, they still use imperial, we use metric earlier. Yeah. I often wonder, I was discussing it with my son because he's very interested in science or that, and space. And I said, why is it that we go metric, but we cannot send people to the moon? These guys are still imperial, their measurement is still how many miles per hour, they go send people to the moon. And we claim that metric is more accurate. Is there any science person here can explain to me? I'm still struggling to understand, or mathematician. Because I was brought to believe, because I was on imperial track when I was in school. I learned imperial, how many yards, how many, and all that kind of stuff. Cathy and tau and all that. Now people don't use it. Now it's gram, milligram, because it's supposed to be accurate, like 10, right? But the Americans still use how many miles per hour. That's crazy, how many miles per hour. So anyway, but they send people to the moon. I wonder how they do it. But my son was explaining, like, his formula is too complicated, I don't understand all the calculus and all that stuff, Anyway, Walmart has got a 10-foot rule. It means the camera catch you, you see a customer within 10 foot, you don't greet her or him, you'll be fired. The boss will call you. Every time within 10 foot, you must say, good morning sir, good afternoon sir, how are you doing? Is anybody helping you? Your job is to walk towards the customer, not walk away from the customer. You say Siam, not like Singapore Siam. you won't get, you'll get punished, is to control behavior. So they say that technology is used to control behavior. Not the manager control you, understand? Technology control behavior. Technology to control. And then there's another term. This group of people believe called technology of representation. Have you read this? It's in your textbook and in the lecture notes also. And also it's in all the readings. So you cannot do the assignment without doing all the readings. Yeah. So technologies of representation means basically the technologies are used to represent individuals and work processes. You know, nowadays when you make a phone call, good morning, blah, 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 press 1. You press 0, you press 3, by the time you press 10, you forgot what you call. Yeah? You think you're talking to a person, but actually it's not a person. Yeah? It's technologies of representation. Yeah? When I was at the lounge trying to call to complain about the printer not working, wait for what? Finally, press 1, press 2, press 3. The call ended up in the call center somewhere. Good morning, sir. How is the situation? I see the situation here is the printer is not working. The voice sound is not from Singapore like that, from somewhere, I don't know where it is. Yes, we are aware of this, sir. This is the third time somebody has called. Yeah. We will escalate the matter. I say the escalator has broken down, it hasn't moved, you know. Nobody said we will escalate it more. Okay. Technologies of representation. The technologies is used to represent the human. But sometimes you walk into the elevator, story 1, story 2. You cannot say, man, I'm trapped. You're talking to some voiceless representing. You understand? I used to keep my little daughter, now she's big already, she cannot laugh already. I say, somebody, this whole job very boring, you know. Yeah. I said, this time you don't do this kind of work. You think about lady up there. I say, yeah, very boring, up and down, story 1. Where's the lady? But by the time she goes to school, she knows, you laughing. Yeah. There's nobody there. You understand? Yeah, technologies of representation. And of course, the third term, cyborganization. All these you should come across this term. These are the people who believe that technologies now have turned organizations into semi-human, semi-automation. Yeah, cyborg. Cyborg means the human and the. Sometimes most of the work done by human. By cyborg. Yeah, the human program it, and then after that they just tell you where to go and so on and so forth. Yeah. LDA, they can manage the entire road system, Singapore. ERP, yeah. The person is somewhere, don't know where, I don't know where. Yeah, you know the camera, yeah, you can announce, you see, jam at whatever, yeah, and so on and so forth, right? It's cyber, the whole organization, people, you don't know who the person is. You can't even talk to the person. When I got trapped in the car park, I said, hello, yeah. Wilson parking, the thing not lifting. I talked to somebody, yeah. I'm talking to a box, no. Where are you? I'm okay, whatever, yeah. But where are you? I don't know where she is. The organization is cyborg, right? I don't even know who I talk to. Just a straight voice. Don't worry, sir, you'll be fine. Yeah, wait a minute. Leave up. But she's not in Ang Mo Kio, you understand? I found that she's in Jalan Sultan somewhere. I don't know. Office of Wilson is somewhere very far away, but they control all the gantry, It's cyborg, you're just talking to almost inhuman. The voice is there, but you don't know who she is, what she is, and so on. So, okay? And of course, the final concept is, of course, ANT, Actor Network Theory. This group of people believe that any organization is a combination of humans and technology, and they are all actors. The humans are not the most important actor. You understand? So when you buy a washing machine and you set the washing machine, blah, 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 warm, cold, whatever, right? You set the machine, enter. but it doesn't have to work. You cannot control because you need other actors. You need power supply. Yeah? Without power supply, how can it work? Then you need water supply. It's another actor. The rest also doesn't work because you need drainage system. The water will flow somewhere, right? And so on and so forth. Right? So it's the actor network theory that we have become only one of the actors. And we are not necessarily the most important actor. We are just part of a network of humans and machines and technology and software and hardware. You understand what I'm saying? So technology has now been equated to like almost our same rank. What does that mean? Does that mean solve the problem or what? Okay, so roughly speaking, this is a sketch of what the whole question is about. It's very chim. It's not meant to be simple, it's meant to be a lot of thinking. The idea is that students will develop their intellectual power because the belief is that although we exercise our bicep like this by bit, right? They believe that the brain can exercise also. And it's true, it's proven very many times. Students who go through a rigorous program of thinking, they exercise the brain. They become better thinkers. Okay? So it's true. I'm not the same person as I was 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, I was not the same person as 20 years ago. And the same thing when I went to school. Slowly over the years, as I developed my thinking skill, I find that it comes from research and reading and knowing what other people say. Okay? So that's the whole idea. So there's no copy and paste. This subject is very interesting. Yeah? Some people hate it, some people like it. But after a while, some people actually enjoy it. Because I got past students tell me, yeah, you need to think deeper. Because you have to read what other people say. And without thinking what you never realize, oh, this is one way of looking at it. Right? So your job is now to choose two. Okay, your introduction first. Then your next paragraph, you're going to talk about the perspective and why, what two perspectives have been chosen and so on. And after that, you move on to your X and Y. Now, I want to share with you this article. So I'm going to move down here. Okay. So this one I hope you have taken down. The will be not your GST and the service percent tax. Plus is your additional rating. Because they open the field very wide. They know that there are a lot of people writing about this. But it's the students who want to get credit and distinction that will explore more. Like Amazing Race, some just go there, take the thing.